The mighty Mississippi River carving its path through Memphis, Tennessee, where we're coming to you from tonight. Hi, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. It's a Monday afternoon broadcast of the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. We've got Jay out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Jay, and it's Pippen in at the 3. And for the Grizzlies, they've got Skinny. Jackson is out there with Freak. Then it's Morant, and it's P in at the 2-guard spot. We've got a terrific front court matchup tonight. Chris, you were the prototypical 4 when you played. Who was the toughest power forward you had to defend?
Okay, I'm going to give you the same answer I always have. When I was in the West Coast, any given week, this is who I had to guard in a week's time. Tim Duncan, Garnett, Nowitzki, Rasheed Wallace, Robert Horry, it's Karl Malone. That was all in the West Coast, and I think I played in the golden era of power forwards. And so I would just say, put all their names in a hat, pick one out, and that's who was the toughest, because it was like that every night.
Hall of Famers, including yourself. So it's Portland now. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game.
2 fouls, and we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
Jackson, he's checked in for Freak. Memphis on defense. And then Lillard slams it in.
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard, or you'll get dunked on.
Pass to Skinny. Outside Jackson for 3. That's tipped, and he gets it back. Jackson misses.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without foul.
And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shake-up this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
Now here's Morant, covered by Lillard. Knocked loose, and here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And the rejection by Jackson. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And it's always been about the effort defensively for Pippen, known as a stopper and a fantastic shot blocker to boot.
Now here's Pippen. And the rejection by Jackson. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And he comes up with the deuce.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And many fans in Memphis had hoped for a change. But, Chris, they still had some question marks with this new leadership.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because they're relatively young and unproven. Former lawyers rather than basketball minds. But we're seeing that league-wide, teams are going with former agents and lawyers in their front office.
Down low, Pippen, and the slam dunk by Pippen. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Throws it up high. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers, pushing it up. Tries again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Portland shooting their first free throws of this one.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
And after the Blazers got swept in the first round in 2018, many said they needed to blow it up. Instead, they stayed with it. 52 wins, a 3 seed in the West.
Yeah, they just had the patience to keep building, adding pieces, and developing. I mean, this team is going in the right direction.
MVP. He's checked in for Memphis.
Well, and Kevin, in the Memphis Grizzlies are the playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. A Western Conference Finals appearance in 2013. Now a new phase as they look to rebuild this roster.
And Chris, in the small market of Memphis, there'd been a resistance to hitting that reset button and going young.
Well, yeah, with fan attendance dropping in each of the last 4 seasons, they've reached.
And the first one at the line is good. There's always at least one joker on every roster. Who was the funniest guy, Chris, you ever played alongside?
Oh, man, by far is Jay Will. Jay
Was
Will,
he?
White Chocolate. He was the funniest before the game, after the game, during the game. He would,
Really?
you know, it'd be a bad call by a ref or something. He'd say something to the ref would laugh and pat him on the butt. I mean, he was, he's a funny guy. He's somewhere right now telling jokes, having somebody laugh and fall out on the floor. It was just his personality, a hard worker, but he definitely was the joker on the court.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. He said a big factor tonight will be how they defend C.J. McCollum. He said he's one of the league's best shooters, elite from mid-range. Kevin, they will try to make him work at the other end, and when he gets the ball, they'll try to put him in the crowd.
Thanks, David.
Oh, can we get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. The Trailblazers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and 3-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
And the second free throw, good. And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two, playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on the offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing this man into a difficult attempt.
6 on the shot clock. Anthony looking it over. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second team foul.
The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both.
Not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. He gets it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Trailblazers up by 1. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay. I mean, that's what has them in the lead after 1.
Brooks is out there with D. Then it's P. Then it's Freak. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Freak. That shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way.
And Memphis, a small town, not a free agent destination, but the connection between these fans and their team really stands out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, I love Memphis. Shout out to Bill Street. Oh, man, they got some great food there, GA. I'll take it one of my spots next time we're up there. Memphis is known for its food. I mean, G's, as some call the Grizzlies, a treasured part of the scene.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
The pass to Slim. And again, it's Portland converting.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
D passes to Valanciunas. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain position here. Clark is checked in for the Grizzlies. Six to shoot. Here's D. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. D's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, they've tailored their offense around him. Let me tell you, he loves.
An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Freak. The shot misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Here in the second quarter, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Skinny is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Jaren Jackson comes in for P. Josh Jackson's checked in for Freak. And it's Morant in for D. And then for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for B. Jay comes in for Slim. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Smooth. And that one's good. Lillard.
You better play up on Lillard at all times, especially when the pass is coming his way. You got to know he's ready to shoot once he catches it.
Here's the floater. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Jackson. Lillard with it. Jackson on him, and the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 7.
Lillard is as tough as there is to contain in the pick and roll. He does a nice job of using the screen to get a little bit of separation.
Now here's Morant. D right on him.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
First team foul.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass heaters to chase down any misses.
And he knocks down the first one.
What really separates Morant, the intangibles. He has a great camaraderie with his teammates already.
P, he's checked in for Clark. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Trailblazers leading by 6.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, G, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possession.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I like to see this. Lillard, patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. There's the waiter. And he drops it in from the low post. The Waiters got the lead up to 10 now for Portland. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Now here's Morant. Guarded closely. No good with the layup.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And that does it for the first half of play. Trailblazers lead by 10. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. Their play in the second quarter was inspired as they turned what had been a tight contest into a 10-point ball game by the time we reached halftime. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
Man, Damian Lillard just ate them up. At the first, they tried to adjust. When he gets that jumper ball, the only player on the floor that can stop him is him.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Memphis.
I'd really like to see them attack the rim a little bit more. Change the game up, man. Generate some more easy baskets. Part of the reason they're behind is because they've been outclassed inside. They haven't been able to drive the ball, dish the ball. They need to pound it in the paint more if they want to win this basketball.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
This middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. And some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year, and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard. Pippen is out there with D. Then there's Jay. And it's Mitchell. In at the 5, roaming the paint. Now Morant. After the miss, 3 from Damian Lillard. Morant kicks the free. Poked loose, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. He's checked in for Memphis. The great one comes in for Morant. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Anthony's checked in for Pippen, and Smooth subbed in for Jay. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Mitchell.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm. When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
Now Joseph, after
90 lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's the great one. He controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. He's got 6.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip.
Anthony left side. The shot will not fall.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Joseph. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Valanciunas comes in for Skinny. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Pete. And then for the Trailblazers, Slim comes in for Mitchell. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. 1:29 left in the third quarter of the game. Stolen by McCollum. Goes up. And McCollum with the slam.
It's big whenever McCollum takes over possessions like these, proving he can be an effective two-way threat. Last season, Kevin, the Blazers making the conference finals for the first time in almost 2 decades. They didn't think they'd make it out the first round after the injury to their center, Yusuf Nurkic.
Z-Red Nurkic with that nasty leg injury in late March. That's the second time in 3 seasons that he suffered an injury right before the playoffs.
That injury was so gruesome, and it happened in the midst of his best season so far. I mean, he was becoming that 3rd-star caliber player that they needed. They're hoping this time they'll hit the playoffs at full strength.
And he makes the first. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Jackson, he's checked in for P. And it's D in for the great one. The Trailblazers making a switch here. And both free throws good from Freak.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Here's V, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
And Kevin, this is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. Gotta love him. He's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself.
Pass to McCollum. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Rebounded by Valanciunas. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Here's Freak. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Morant comes in for D. Jay's checked in for the Trailblazers. Good on the second free throw. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here is Slim. Come around. 5 to shoot. Puts it up. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Morant is out there with Josh Jackson. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Freak. And it's Clark in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here is Slim. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Freak. Keeps it alive. And the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. That one goes. Count it. 8 points for B.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Freak. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year we're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and see what happened the previous previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends. So how do you stop that? I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids to play together, we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfect. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
There's Jackson with the three. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
3 shots.
I tell you, Jackson is an aggressive player, always seeking out contact, especially while he's shooting.
Shots. 3 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And they are excited about Jackson, a high motor guy with a ton of room to grow, and also displays terrific leadership on both ends.
He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Lillard looking around. It's deflected. Jackson down low. Guarded by Pippen. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut to just 5 points and the basket from Jackson.
Tell you what, he's showing some kahunas here. That was a huge possession, and the young fella delivering time and time again.
Out left to the wing. Here's Lillard. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent the dunk.
And the dunk by Joseph.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're behind by 7. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, D.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Now here's Freak. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Joseph with the rebound.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Here's Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Back to Lillard. It's blocked.
I love Morant's approach to the game. I mean, flying to the ball, challenging everything.
There's 49 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Grizzlies now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
That's a Ja Morant special, ripping the hearts out of the opponent.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Pippen, and it's blocked.
No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get into the play fast and execute. It's your only goal.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so you can't fault him for going for the block.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Jackson.
That's big free throws from the player. They depend on in those situations.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Now here's Lillard. He's started closer. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Just 5 in the clock. From deep. And no good. Timeout called the Grizzlies. They're trailing by 2. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
For the win. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Carmelo, you have lived in the media spotlight for a long time. How do you put that out of your head when you get on the floor?
I'm just playing ball. My team came to play today. We was focused, and we wanted it. We willed our way to this one.
A great performance, Carmelo. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.